go. Hello, folks.
Hello.
We're live. Look, it's us here on the internet. All the buttons work. We've made the appropriate offerings to all of the icons, and it's me, Millie the GM. I've got some friends here that you might have already met. Joining me, where is it on the screen? Over here. No, I should stop doing that. Joining me is James. You might remember James from the Naughty Boys who ran around the loop in December. How you doing, James?
I'm not too bad. Yeah, looking forward to it. I have no idea what I'm doing, but that's not a change.
That's okay. And then just below James is Martin, who was a sensible young man on the loop.
I was corrupted by those other two naughty boys.
Those naughty boys. And then joining us on this channel for the first time as we crash. It's not working. You might have seen Graham when we play D&D on Sundays as a confused cleric.
Yeah, it's the only time I've ever been a sensible character, so I'll give that a try. I'm totally not going to be sensible today, so.
Well, maybe a little bit. We're just starting. TPK or bust. So, aside from myself, this is everybody's first time playing Coriolis, is that right?
It is indeed.
So we're going to learn a bit of this as we go along. We're going to kick it off with the giant campaign that is Mercy of the Icons. We're probably going to get one or two rolls wrong. And yes, Effect Podcast, I have gone straight in for the have as many darkness points as there are players, because we like shenanigans and terrible things happening to players. That's always great. So while I take a deep breath and calm down, I've made a really cool video of an intro. We're going to play the intro.
I'll wait to see it.
And then we're going to play really awesome. Coriolis, Mercy of the Icons, Part 1, Emissary Lost. And there we go. We are here on Coriolis. So let's get into it. Earlier on this day, a mere 6 days. 6 days? Oh, I better get my timeline right. But I know I've just realised I've left it in the printer. So classic. All right, we're going to disappear. Off to a great start.
It would have been great to realise that during the intro.
I was too busy watching the intro. Too busy watching the intro. So
6 days
today.
Ago.
Oh, don't do this live on stream. Gosh.
Do you want us to introduce our characters while you find the right part?
9 days. It's 9s and 6s, they look the same in space. Because you have to put the dot underneath to know which way up. That's my catch, and that's what I'm saying. So it's 9 days before the end of the Coriolis year. And we've been stuck on this space station for about 6 segments, which are the months, the time, as we measure it, on Coriolis, which is the huge space station that orbits the planet Kua in the third horizon. Earlier on today, Xellian got a message from the kid called Nur, asking them to meet them in a cafe, in a chai house, later on. So, James, tell us about Xellian and why it's weird that they got this message.
So I am playing Xellian Vordine, and he is a grumpy old man mercenary. So a build-wise legionnaire. I am curmudgeonly. I am antisocial. I'm kind of just in this job for the money, and I'm not really bothered. And so the fact that there is a child reaching out for aid from me, I'm like, why is he talking to me for? I'm not interested in the kid. So yeah, it's quite surprising. And that in of itself piques my curiosity, because like I'm the last person you'd want to talk to. So obviously something. And then obviously with Sabbatha, our captain, not being around to pay us, I'm going to shake him down for money.
Yeah, so Sabitha, our captain, okay, I can put a picture of Sabitha up.
We're going to take somebody's pocket money, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid one way or the other.
We're going to get paid in Hot Wheels, you know, right?
I'll take it.
They've got loads on the collector's
Let's
market.
up the collectible, yeah.
Yeah, so Sabitha, our captain, about 6 segments ago, sort of stranded us here on the Coriolis. She went off on some big fancy rescue mission, working some strange angle to get more money or get some favours or something. And she left the 3 of you here. And she hasn't come back yet, and that was 6 months ago. So, who is the first person that Xellian tells about the message?
I wouldn't know. I'd probably just go into like lunch, and when everyone sat together for chow, and be like, "Hey, some kid wants something. I'm not interested," and like throw a data pad with the message on in front of them to read, and be like, "Pick the wrong guy to talk to about this, but if you guys are interested, we can go get some tea."
So at lunch in Armoire, we're eating mousakka because that's the only meal you can have. Just mousakka. That's all she serves at Mira's cantina.
Mira's mousakka.
Mira's mousakka. You hand there. Who picks up this data pad then? Is it Kashar or Karvus?
I think we should talk about the important things first. Is the tea free?
No, it's not going to be
I've
tea.
got like 14 birds to my name, so you know it's important that things are free for me, I think.
So is it Kashar that picks up the pad to have a look at it?
Why not? I need to know if there's free chai. Because, you know, Algol plebs for life. Algol, is it? Algol plebs, yeah.
Algol, yeah. Demon planet. So tell us about Kashar.
Kashar just, you know, does the office work. Maybe occasionally makes tea or cleans things. So Kashar is, I've got her as a spy who just tries to be as anonymous as possible. Got a whole bunch of fake names to go. And yeah, I think that's it for now.
And she wears like it's not an encounter suit, but it's like a privacy sort of.
Yeah, it's looks
up.
like a grey hood with lots of eyes. No cameras, I promise, just fake eyes.
Just fake eyes and maybe a bit of a breather. So Kashar picks it up, is upset that
Don't tell me there's no free tea.
Noor is not offering tea. And then passes it over to Karvus.
Yeah.
So tell us, what does Karvus look like? What are they?
I mean, Karvus is kind of like me on a diet, it seems, from the picture I've got.
It's an awesome picture. We'll see them at the end.
But he's he's a preacher, part of the Seekers, very religious, very much a spreader of the word of the icons, wanting to go to the far reaches of the constellations and spread the good word of all of the icons, especially the gambler, but of all the icons.
All of them, but especially my favourite one.
Has one of his eyes is badly damaged, so he wears a patch over that due to an incident that happened with him contracting the mystic disease. And there is a tendency every so often for lights around him to flicker out and snuff out, which is one of his problems that he has.
Yeah. So does everybody know that he has the mystic's disease, or is he keeping that kind of under his eye patch?
Where all the best secrets are kept.
Yeah.
I definitely think the crew would know. Because obviously for me they would have picked me up from my home planet.
Yeah.
And it's known there. It's known on the home planet, but I think everywhere else it'll be. I'd rather keep it quiet for the most part.
Yeah. Okay.
It's met with a lot of stigmata and prejudice, so it's better to ease people into the idea that it is a blessing of the icons, not a curse.
It is a blessing of the icons, indeed. So this message came through. Uncle Xellian, meet me at Madame Shari's chai house in the Neoptra at the start of the 3rd shift. It's urgent. And it comes up with that kind of add this to your calendar, yes, no sort of thing. And I assume we do, because otherwise we're going to go back to the holding screen and we have a chat about accepting plot hooks.
Let's add it to Xillian's calendar. It seems important to him.
Yeah.
No. No.
Reminders every 5 minutes.
So, yeah, every 5 minutes.
Like program the Alexa to go off at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Like every 10 seconds when I set my alarm clocks in the morning. I'm going to set one at now, and in 3 minutes, and then in 15 minutes, and then in 55 minutes. But anyway, my bad sleeping habits aside, we have our mousakka. Is there anything like we kind of want to do before we get to the Neoptra spaceport? I think we did a bit of shopping before, those of us that had Burr to spend. No?
Yes, I've spent everything I want. I'm happy just to go ahead.
I have spent nothing because I didn't shop. So technically I'm rich right now. But also
beers on Xellian.
I think you start with 500 Burr, don't you?
Yes.
Well, you start with 500.
So yeah, so I have I have a gun and 500 gold Burr, and that's it. So there you go.
Do you want me to do something with the mouse?
Yeah,
I'll buy the
set
tea.
it so it'll share.
Thank you very much.
Desktop sounds.
Very much appreciated.
Share desktop sounds?
Yeah.
You never know when you need to bug out, so it's always good to have cold, hard Burr.
Yeah.
Is it hard? I don't know. What kind of currency is it? Is it coins? Is it paper? Is it just plastic? I don't know. I've never seen it. I'm a poor man.
It's a combination.
It's a chip or something.
Combination of two. So this is a good thing, because I had a conversation with Matthew and the guys on the Effect podcast, and I am fond of saying almost everything I learned about Coriolis I learnt from the Effect podcast. Indeed, when I was setting this up, I've used their calendar, Matthew's calendar, to plot out some of the time scale. But they had a really good, interesting article on cash, on money in the Third Horizon, and it's a combination of both. So you can have like a transactor tag, like pay on your phone style stuff, or you can have script and coin. The thing about some script and coin, though, is it's not always worth the same amount in same places. Like Algol coin might be worth less than Kuan coin and that kind of stuff. So that's a thing to consider. But most people will have some sort of transactor. It's up to Kashar.
So we're going to have some Scottish money arguments then.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's a really good way to put it.
To come and change the settings.
Yeah, I'm just gonna appear on Graham's
It's
screen.
magic. It's like teleportation.
Because what we've got is some cool sounds from Sirenscape.
Ooh, cool.
That I would like to share with everyone.
Then I will probably carry my Burr in script from all over the place, unmarked used bills, and I won't have a transactor card, so they don't know where I am.
Xellian's dirty money.
Yeah.
Fair dues. So, you haven't bought anything.
I've got my gear that comes to start with, so I've got heavy armor, Vulcan carbine, that kind of thing, but I don't have any extra stuff.
Yeah, so I bought some reloads, a computer, a mechanical lockpick.
It came with a computer. I think it comes with a computer. Yeah.
Well, this is what I've got anyway.
Yeah.
A security tablet and a couple of reloads. Did you buy anything, Karvus?
I have. I have purchased a Mercurium sword, protective clothing, a medkit, and 6 power cells.
I am 100% standing behind these guys in a fight.
Well, I think that's the point, isn't it?
Or maybe around the corner, down the corridor a bit.
Yeah.
Mm.
I went for protective clothing because I'm not going to wear bulky armor or anything like that, but I will have. I mean, my actual golden robe is just there, but it's a protectively inlaid golden robe that I get to wear and preach whilst
Very
walking
fancy.
at someone very.
That's how you know your money. If your
Authoritative.
clothes, the inside of your
Yeah.
clothes is gold, not even the outside. No one can see it. But I'm walking around with a couple of hundred bear just in my buttons.
All right, so can folks hear that hustle and bustle of the Neoptra spaceport?
Yes, I can.
Can you just hear it? Can you?
Oh, yeah. No, I can, yeah.
Just it's only quiet because it's just in the background. But we might
cool.
put some other stuff, other bits and pieces in it. So the Neoptra spaceport is this big old. Essentially, it's an airport. It's huge. Like. I think we often forget the scale of Coriolis and how giant it is. And in the middle of the Neoptra spaceport is this this orange tent. And on the edge of the orange tent, let me see if I can get it to. Let me do this. I've set up some cool things, and I want to make sure I remember them.
I see the thing in the background with my name under it.
Yeah. So underneath this orange tent is Madame Shari's chai house.
Ah, yeah, cool. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. So it's got like low tables and cushions and they serve like chai and they probably do have some coffee and bits and pieces there. But mostly chai was what they're famous for. And it's the sort of like probably much to Xellian or Kashar's upset. It's the sort of place that overcharges because it's like where people are literally coming off the transport. They've got off the big ship to the net, from the net to Coriolis, wide-eyed kind of like ooh, and you know,
Star chai.
Tourists.
yeah, so they can immediately go, 1,000 bear for 4 people chai for an hour kind of thing.
Karvus has still got money left, right?
I have plenty of money. Do not worry about that. I can
good.
pay.
So we
If the kids asked us to meet here, he can buy the chai. Pay for my time.
No. It's very urgent.
Anyway, isn't it your nephew or something?
No.
It sort of says it is.
No.
Dave
It's-
Uncle's an endearing name for
Yeah.
Xellian. Very endearing.
It's Sabbatha's kid that she was looking after. It's nothing to do with me.
Oh, you and Sabbatha.
Not before she died, unfortunately, and likely less so now.
Very grim.
Just some kid.
No, this is her child. We need to make sure that it's safe.
I mean, it might occur to Xellian, if they don't keep Nur safe, they might have no legitimate claim to Sabitha's estate.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh, there's money. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she owes us money.
Oh, I know that
and,
part for sure.
And
So
this
I've been eating
kid,
mousakka for the last 6 months.
this kid is our connection to that money. That's why we're going to shake him down for it.
Yeah.
I don't care what he
Shaking
wants.
down a child. Come on now.
Yeah.
I think that's
If-
not allowed anymore.
If he's our link to the money, he's got to get us the money, access the accounts, help us out.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be more than. willing
I'm
to
not
do
doing more
such a thing.
jobs working for free. Anyway,
So
we need to see what
the
he
kid's
wants.
the new boss then.
Technically, I suppose.
Yeah, maybe. Nur studies here on Coriolis. They're studying at one of the academies. I don't know if anybody is interested enough to consider which one. But yeah, they're studying at the academy and they're trying to just trying to be better. I think, has anybody met with Nur before, like a regular check-ins?
I probably would have seen no.
Yeah.
Especially considering I'm going to preach to everyone, including the child.
Including the kid.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you've met with Nur a couple of times. They're friendly, chatty.
You
a
can
lot
see
of
why
the-
they wanted Xillian's help. It's their similar personalities.
And yeah, that makes it suspicious, right? That they've messaged
Yes.
Xillian, not Karvus, and I don't think anybody in their right mind would have messaged Uncle Xillian in quite that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is an automatic signifier that something's wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh yeah, I'm sending it to my uncle, so it doesn't look suspicious. It's like,
So
Very public meeting place.
it is, which is another. So do you all wait in the chai house, or do you like put the target Xellian out in the chai house and
I'm not being bait.
How many entrances to the chai house are there?
Well, the chai house is under this tent in the middle of the.
So it's open on
all
all
of
sides.
it.
All of it,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
It's-
It's called strategic
It
positioning, I'm afraid.
spills out into the plaza, the spaceport, and just everywhere. Yeah,
Okay.
there's what else have we got here? We've got like over to one side. There's like a truck with food. There's a monkey over there. Piccolo the monkey. Some food courts. There's a souk and an icon chapel.
Monkey.
Yeah, like a monkey and an organ kind of. You know.
I'm checking out the monkey.
You're going to go over and check out the monkey and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There's exits to the loading docks, and there's also a guardhouse on here as well. There are, at the top end of the spaceport is where some of the ships actually dock. And then there are a lot of lifts, although they call them elevators in the book, but I'm not saying that. I'm calling them lifts, passenger lists that bring people up and down kind of thing. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm asking. Are you all just going to sit at the chai house and wait for Nur? Or are you going to...
Either.
I think it would be a good idea if, unfortunately, if I sit in the chai house, but maybe one of us or both of you just stand as if you were in the crowd just to keep an eye on it, just in case there is a setup or anything's happening. Anyone that can kind of just blend in, be close, but just like blend in a little bit like you're not.
I think I will go before you and then just stand off to the side so I can watch you walk past and see if anyone's like, hey, there's the guy, and starts following you.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, okay.
I'll sit opposite you. Like
Yeah, so we'll
further
just
away.
all sit in the chai house, just slightly
Yeah.
different tables,
Yeah.
so we've got a bit more.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do we have our gear with us? Do we have all our stuff, or is it like we had to lock like armor and weapons in the ship and stuff?
So carrying weapons and stuff around Coriolis, unless you're licensed, is not allowed. Like the
Oh.
Coriolis guard will, at best, take it off you. At worst, probably lock you up, put you through the justice system.
Cool.
I've got
Small-
mine. Can I just register them as my bodyguards?
No, you'd
Oh
need
my-
a separate license for each of them. Everybody would need to be licensed.
Okay.
I just have a small metal bar on me, just
Just
to
a
hold the
little,
rod.
just a
Yeah, it's
holy
not-
stick.
It's not
Does
holy
it have
stick.
a point at the end and maybe some
No,
serrated
no,
bits
it's just
down
a
the
small,
side?
small little metal holy rod. It's got
Okay.
got the icon symbols in it. I just keep it inside. Doesn't do anything.
Just
I have a gun and a knife.
Lady of Tears would be.
So, Mr. Crackshot Mercenary, who's like the best shot in the. I have nothing. I've got a teacup.
And your
You
fish.
should be able to kill somebody with that.
Did you actually buy some tea?
Yeah, I will
there's a
buy
spoon?
some tea, begrudgingly.
I'll tell you what then, why don't we change the plan slightly? Perhaps it's Corvus, isn't it? Or Karvus?
Others.
Karvus. Karvus can sit further away. I will sit with my back to Xillian. And if things seem to be going wrong, I can just hold my gun out behind me for you to take. Because I'm
good.
allowed to
Palm it off.
point it at people if I feel like.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're
Cool.
all around this chai house in strategic places. So, strategic, yeah.
We hope.
Did
anyway.
Did you say we're eating mousakka?
So at the Mawar, Mousakka is the only thing Mira serves.
Do they have like cake or anything?
Yeah, baklava and dates and nuts
I'm buying
and
a cake so I can have a fork as well.
Are you sure you don't want to get a steak because you get a knife?
like a
with that?
kebab on a
Just
stick.
maybe ask for
All
something,
right. Yeah.
something
I want
that's
some
still
kapkalash on a
alive
stick.
so you can
John.
kill it.
Sheesh, some sheesh on
Yeah.
a stick, yeah.
So I'm just gonna grasp the coffee cup as if I'm ready to hurl it at someone, and hold my kebab like, tasty. Just waiting.
This is why you don't bring ex-legionnaires to nice places. They just
really intensely eating a kebab.
yeah. All right. So so you're waiting there at Madame Shari's, and you wait for a while, a good long while, much longer than Karvus has ever kind of waited for Nur to turn up before. They're normally quite prompt, keep to their appointments. They're quite organised and attentive when they've met up, and whether they're taking in the preachings or the conversations you share with them or not, you're not quite sure. That they're just a very pleasant person to be around, and they're late.
Who says it's gone past the due date?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is odd. So, I'll try and get Xellian's eye, like try and catch your eyes, and I'll sort of like tap on my tabula to like indicating where the time normally is shown.
Oh yeah. Check my watch and be like,
It's not a watch, we're in space, it's a chronometer.
my chronometer.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
there's
being
just like
cheeky.
holding an empty cup that they've tried to fill up several times with expensive chai. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
it's fine. I'm
Keep it
still
flowing.
drinking it.
Keep
Yeah.
it flowing,
Yeah.
please.
And like just when I can see that like he's not here, I'm just gonna Can we like look around to see if there's
we'll
anyone
do,
watching us or checking us out or anything?
Yeah,
an
yeah.
observation.
Someone
check.
can make an observation check, yeah. And then somebody else can, well, you're not all at the same table though, are you?
No.
No.
So it'd have to be separate, yeah.
Okay.
So it's just 4 dice for whatever your wit score is plus your observation
Yeah,
score. Yeah.
so you'd
Sixes.
have... Who's going to roll first? Who's going to
I
make
will.
the first roll of the game?
I think James stole it.
I'm gonna do it. Haha.
All right. So what have we got? We've got wits of 3,
Wits of 4.
4. Oh, I've made the overlay wrong.
I'm 4, 5, 4, 2.
I've made the overlay wrong.
You have.
I have. I've nerfed Xellian. Xellian OP. Please nerf.
I can roll 3 just to make it fit. but
No,
nerf
it's
it.
fine. Roll it properly.
I think 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 8. No, 15. 15. I do get 15 points. That's right.
Yeah.
So, what do I need to roll?
So you're going to roll wits plus observation, and then
Yep.
count the number of 6s.
Oh, cool. 0.
Alright. So you're there. You're looking. It's so busy in this time of day.
I'm looking at the dancing monkey.
You're looking at Piccolo the monkey on the other side of the.
That's it. I was looking and I'm like,
Is
that's
it?
cool.
Is it real? Is it a real monkey?
And I'm just desperate sat here going, I just want to see that monkey.
Yeah, I want to. Can I pet it?
Yeah.
How much does he charge for that? Yeah. So Xellian looks around. Who else is? Anybody else going to make their own roll?
Sure.
That's all. Yeah, go ahead.
Who's going next?
Okay, so I'm not necessarily looking for is it newer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more looking for people looking for us,
Sure.
or rather Xellian, as he's right behind me. Hey, I got 1 6.
All right. So you you look around, and you don't spot you spot no what kind of catches your eye is over on the corner, over towards where the souk is, and some of the lifts, some of the passenger lifts. You can see there's a bunch of Coriolis guards. What catches your eye is they're carrying carbines, and it sort of sticks out in the way. Maybe international viewers might not get it, but in the sort of way that when we in the UK see the police with the heavy gun, the big guns, if you will, walking around, it's a bit like, oh, they're a bit well armed, kind of thing. But they don't necessarily. They're not looking for Xellian, and there doesn't seem to be anybody else looking for Xellian.
Okay.
Ooh, that was a bit exciting. I triggered too many things at once. But as Kashar is watching over there, in the corner, there is a bit of a commotion. You hear people shouting, like Eddie, which way you going? Hey, get out of it, kind of thing. As somebody pushes through, let me see if I can trigger the right thing again. Somebody pushes through. She sort of looks around, and a well-dressed woman pushes her way through the crowd, followed by angry curses. She looks around and spots Xellian, and then begins like making a beeline straight towards her. It's definitely not Nur. She's a little bit taller than Nur. She has long curly brown hair, and she's making a beeline straight towards you.
Ready my kebab stick.
Yeah, ready with your kebab stick. She
A friendly introductory stab.
As she kind of pushes past these people, you can see suddenly, almost as if maybe as Kashar watches, very sort of like, you know, that sort of, all right, I've seen the target, I've you know, I know what you're looking for kind of thing. The guards immediately sort of jerk up and begin scanning for whoever has made this commotion. And she makes a beeline straight across the Neoptera to Xellian. She gets right up to you, bends over, sort of reaches out for like your shoulder or your arm, and she looks at you and she says, "Are you Nur's friend? You're Xellian, aren't you? You need to help me, please. They're after me." And you sort of hear across the other side of the spaceport, like, you there, out of the way, kind of thing. And she looks frantic.
And I say, I don't know what you're involved in. As long as you don't get me in trouble, it's fine. I've got friends. Come with us, and I'll try and I've got like a cloak robe over me, and I'll whip it off quick and kind of put it over her, so she's partially disguised, and I'll kind of signal to these two like, we gotta go.
All right.
Is this where we would use our infiltration ability?
Yeah. So you gather this girl up. She looks like, now she's found you, so relieved. Like, there's a visible kind of drop in tension, like, oh, it's okay now, I've got Xellian, kind of thing. You know, like, somebody here is here to help me. Are you?
Turns out we're the more adulty adult, apparently.
Yeah, you are the adultiest people. She doesn't look that old, actually. She looks maybe 12 months older than Nur.
How old is Nur?
It's like 18.
18, 19, yeah. Still in the uni, in the academy, kind of thing. So we scoop her up, and you wanna try and infiltrate and make your way away from here and away from the guards. Yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
Cool, yeah.
So Xellian.
I'll just kind of put my arm around her and be like, it's okay. I don't know. What's your name?
Althea. My name's Althea. Yeah, make a
mine. Infiltration?
Infiltration roll.
Can I assist him as I'm also skilled?
How are you assisting the infiltration?
I'm just going to cause a commotion in some other tables in a different direction. Like, I'm just going to go past and like knock somebody's cup into the lap, and then go over to the next seat and sit down.
Oh, so you want to just like harass people?
Not really, just like I'm clumsy and I'm too busy looking at the guards. So I want those people to stand up and go, "What the hell are you doing? What's going on?" Yeah. So there's more bodies moving around. It's harder to track.
Okay, so you just kind of charge over there, not charge, but sort of casually make your way over and stumble.
Yeah, you know, I trip over my own ankle, accidentally punt somebody's cup of hot chai into them.
Yeah. All right,
cost them 5,000 bear.
5,000 for a cup of hot chai. Have you had any accidents? Do you know who to blame?
I'll say that when I stand up. Yeah.
So I think
it isn't me though. It's the chai place, obviously.
I think what we'll do then is make an agility roll.
Oh, okay. Sure. Am I using a skill or not?
Sorry. Yeah. Dexterity.
Is that a skill?
It's a basic skill. Dexterity, agility. It's the top one on the left.
No problems. I got 2 successes.
2 successes, right? Okay. So we'll give one of those successes immediately to Xellian.
Awesome.
So you've got 1 success already. which I might be confusing a rule book here. We might be playing a little bit of Tales from the Loop, but that's okay. Don't tell anyone. And then you make this this infiltration roll.
So I am agility 5 with a infiltration of 1, so that's another 6.
Guaranteed then.
That is 1 success.
There you go.
So is that including the one that Kashar gave us, or as well as
2 with the one with Kashar?
All right, so we got 2 successes, which kind of
1 for me, 1 for her.
one for you, 1 for Althea. Yeah. So where do you want to head? Do you want to head away from the guard? Do you want to head bold move, Cotton? Let's go towards them. Do you want to just try and circle around in the Neoptra?
I think the cleverest tactic would be to go past where they're coming from, because they're likely to come out and search all around this area. But if they think they've already searched behind them, they're not going to double back as quickly. So if we can quickly kind of push past them behind where they came from, out of the concourse, I think that'd be a good place to. Okay,
so you
go find somewhere.
As a shuttle, a lift full of Kuan school kids come for the Coriolis tour kind of thing. You and Althea go around them.
Face palm all of them, get out of the way.
Get out of the way, kid. And then as Kashar sort of stumbles into stuff, bashes into a table, chai goes all over, baklava all over the floor, kind of thing.
I'll still eat it.
You still pick it up and eat it. The Coriolis guards begin to make a beeline for Kashar, because, right build, that kind of stuff. They begin to head straight towards Madame Shari's chai house, and you and Althea even head off towards the other end of the Neoptra. And they come up to you, and you can see these guards like Kashar. They are in the Coriolis uniform, but the way,
make some kind of roll.
Make an empathy roll.
An empathy roll.
You can use manipulation if you are skilled in it as well.
I am not skilled in it.
Nice.
I'm gonna not guess what I think you were going to tell me unless I actually roll it. Alright, so a mighty 3 dice with no success.
Alright, so do you want to push your roll?
No, I don't mind in the slightest.
You sure?
I'm absolutely certain, yeah.
You can push your roll if you want.
No, just...
Oh, okay. Just checking. So
I'm not buying things or shooting somebody, so I think I'm okay.
Yeah, so they're no longer sort of resting their arms on the butts of their carbines on their rifle kind of things. They're in sort of hand on the barrel, fingers. They've got good trigger discipline, but they're definitely ready to shoot.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Arms, whatever
kind of thing.
I just make sure my hands are up. I'm so they can visibly see them.
And they come over, and you can obviously hear that they're getting some sort of because they're doing that I'm listening to someone talking to me kind of conversation thing where they nod their head, and they look at you, Kashar, and say, take off the face covering, take off the veil.
I'll pull it up slightly to my nose.
Yeah, so they can see
my hair's not the same colour as hers and stuff.
So they see your nose and your mouth. What colour is your hair? What do we see?
So she has olive skin and dark black hair.
Okay, and it's straight and.
No, it's in kind of braids.
Okay, and he gets right up in your kind of grill sort of thing, only an inch or two out the way, and he says, ID.
Sure.
Show me your ID.
So
and you can
see my veil down.
You can see he's sort of he's bringing up his what is it? It's his tabular, his scanner to check who.
I'll give him the ID of Jeroen Cerebro.
Okay. So this flashes up. It's got some sort of generic looking photo that's been through a bunch of Instagram filters kind of thing.
I put the piece of paper in the wash and then stuck it to the card.
Yeah. and he waits a minute while he he's obviously like checking back. He's waiting for the ping from wherever he's getting this, and you can see everybody in the chai house are like super like, this is not. Why are they being so kind of? What's going on? Why is
You've gone quiet for me.
Ooh.
Oh, it says your microphone is not working.
My microphone is not working.
I don't know. It just says it on this screen.
I can't hear anyone all of a sudden.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me, mine?
I can hear you.
I can't hear Millie or Graham though.
No, neither. I think there's some technical difficulties.
Which
one
says?
Twitch can hear us all.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not sure what's
Can
going
Twitch hear Millie and Graham?
on. It does say press Alt-A to unmute.
Is that
your
better? Can you hear me now, guys?
That's better, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the reason Twitch can still hear us is because we're taking sound from different places and doing all kinds of
Okay.
technical shenanigans that the deckhand will attest is far more complicated than it should be. But
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But yeah, the folks in the chai house, they're all kind of like, what's going on? Who's there? Are they being arrested? What is this? What's going on? Kind of thing. And
I'll stand there and blithely unconcerned.
yeah, what is while Kashar is sort of like, no, I'm not Kashar.
My name is Yaroon Cerebro.
Yaroon kind of thing. What's Karvus doing?
I've mostly been watching what's been going on at the moment. I was keeping my eye on Xellian at first, but he seems to have gotten away quite well. I'm keeping my eye on Kashar and what's going on over there, and also having a look around because obviously the people seem to be quite nervous about what's going on with these guards. And if it's starting to look as if they're getting quite aggressive towards Kashar, I would go over and sort of begin to talk at them.
Yeah, they're not aggressive, but they're definitely like throwing their weight around.
Yeah.
Do you have a culture score?
I do. I have culture. It's one of my highest ones.
Ooh, would you like to make a culture roll?
Yes, so that's 8 dice.
Wowzer. How is my volume now, by the way? I've seen in the chat I'm very quiet.
Yeah, we're a bit quiet, but
I believe.
It's alright for me.
Culture's charisma plus culture.
yeah, empathy plus culture.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Empathy?
Yeah, culture is based on empathy. So you get your empathy, which is 5.
Yeah, I brought it on as charisma.
All right, okay.
It's empathy. Yeah. 1 second. Right. 1 second. 2 sixes.
2 successes. Right, okay, so there's a couple of things that stand out here for you, Karvus, as you I'll get it right by like
Alright.
July. We're gonna do this till about Augustish. I think I worked out, like, based on how long other folks. Long campaign, good long campaign. I've missed them, rather than one shots. And so I'll get it right by about July or August. Like, we'll get to the end of this book and I'll be like, yeah. So a couple of things stand out to you as you watch as these guys harass Kashar, sort of push past people. They're definitely more better kitted out. Like, I know they've got carbines, which is a little bit more aggressive than your average Coriolis guard, but they're wearing full helmets, which is unusual. They are obviously getting some sort of comms from other people, which is unusual for Coriolis guard because they normally just shout across the spaceport at each other like plebeians. And scream and shout, it's very unusual that they would be this thorough in checking IDs, waiting for the ping back to confirm identity and that kind of stuff. And it all seems a little too aggressive. And just out the corner of your eye, you can see back over towards the guard station 13 at the behind Madame Shari's and the little cantina tent. You can see like a fat old guard normal style guard, and he's got like one of them thermal mugs, you know, the I've had my coffee in this all day kind of mug.
Yeah.
And he stood at the front of his guard station, and he's watching quite like with more intent than you would from an average guard, as you sort of look
These
around.
are essentially military instead of local cops, then.
Maybe.
That's what it feels like.
Maybe. So Xellian.
It's a shame I can't observe because I'd be able to tell you.
You might be able to nail that down. So Xellian, you we're going to have my little message again. Your message comes up because I don't know, I've not fiddled with the settings properly. It'll go away in a second. But Althea sort of heads towards you and she says, I know a shortcut. We can go through here and we can get away if you'll come with me. But I don't know where else to go.
I look at her and say, "Look, girl, I am not someone you should mess with. If this is a trap or you're messing us around, know this." And I'll brandish the kebab stick I've still got. Like, all right, don't trifle with me, but I'll trust you for now until I have a reason not to. You want to go, I'll come with you.
Yeah, so she blanches a bit, like from the frying pan into the fire kind of moment for poor Althea here. She blanches a bit, and she leads you down towards the docks, and then she pulls out of her pocket some sort of small tabular or little ID card thing, like a little plastic, ceramic, glass style card, and she taps it up against one of the access doors, and it lets you into the sort of underside of Coriolis, the what would this description be like, the backstage, if you will, the guts of the station.
She lives in the walls.
Yeah, in the walls, man. They're in the walls. I got one of the quotes out of my system already. So she leads you, Xellian, down into these tunnels, and you can see, like, this is where the stevedores, the folks who move stuff around Coriolis, kind of get by and move through the things. And in fact, you have the group talent you picked was getting places quicker, wasn't it? I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head.
Yes.
The one where
we called it the QR code.
The QR code, the backstage pass of talents.
AAA.
AAA, yeah. And you've probably seen these kind of before. Maybe Kashar has a couple of these, like, copied chips, copied codes to get behind the scenes to get you from A to B quicker. And she
all legit,
totes legit.
For different people.
Yeah, she leads you into stevedore's tunnels through the station.
Is that one of our NPCs, Steve Adore?
Steve Adore him, yeah, he's great. He's the best NPC on the station. Steve the Door. She leads you into the stevedore's tunnels through the station, and she leads you away from the Neoptra spaceport. And she looks at you, and she's sort of taking a moment to breathe, because you're far better armed than her with your kebab stick. She's got nothing. She's like, I'm sorry I used Nor's communicator to get in touch. I didn't know what to do. Do you know where she is?
No. She the last I knew, she was at the academy studying. I did wonder why she was suddenly so friendly to me, being the last person she'd want to talk to. I know I might have been the last person to send her a message, basically, about Sabbather and the money, but normally these kind of messages go to Karvus, so yeah, it was weird. So you hacked her communication to get in touch?
No, I went to her halls. She wasn't there.
Oh, she's not been there for a while?
Well, a couple of days ago, I was due to meet Nur and Aram. We were going to meet at lunch, and I got there, and more of those guards turned up.
What kind of business are you and Nor involved in? Like, those guards were serious about getting you. What's going on?
I don't know.
Can I make some kind of insight check to see if
manipulation roll, yeah.
Manipulation. I am probably wonderful at that.
It's based on empathy.
I am wonderful at that. Yay, look at my 2 dice. And that's...
You.
I have to have 2 dice in empathy. That's part of this. I don't
Fine.
want them. Yeah. No.
No. You could push the roll if you want. Make a quick prayer. Give me a darkness point.
Yeah, stuff it.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
May the gambler bless these dice.
I sense disturbance.
In the burr.
Disturbance in the burr. All right. How many different streams are we gonna cross?
As many as possible.
My gambler's talent does something, doesn't it? I can't remember what it is. Is it like an automatic success once?
It's 666. 1 second.
That's pretty decent.
It is a good one. Play characters, talents. Scroll. Quick.
I had it written down, but I've lost it because I'm
Is it in the thing?
It is. I'm just trying to find the page.
You're incredibly lucky and can choose an automatic critical success on a skill test of your choice. It counts as if you had to roll 3 6s. If it's an advanced skill, you select the level at least 1 in that skill to activate the talent.
It's not an advanced skill.
No, I will then call upon, because I think she's hiding something. I will, just kind of reach inside my jacket as I'm talking to her and touch the emblem on my armor that's painted of this hyena's head.
Yeah.
And be like,
We get a darkness point each GM.
yeah.
Oh.
Call upon the icons and say, something behind those eyes is not, the truth has not been said. Come on, what's going on?
So
what's?
She looks at you, and the way she kind of, the light from coming down some sort of shaft kind of thing reminds you of where you've seen her before. A couple of segments ago, there used to be this reality TV show, and it was on the bulletin. It used to get played in the Moir on the big screen over the bar. It was the sort of thing where you can spend 5 burr to vote for who you think should get through, that kind of thing. It's called The Stars of Dabara, and
All right.
the thing that makes you remember it is she was in the final. Maybe you even you were even.
I was a big fan.
Well, it's on in the bar. It's on in the bar.
He likes Dances with Lemons better.
Dances with Lemons. For sure. It was on in the bar. You were watching it. What makes you remember it the most is as they were tallying up the votes, like there was really sort of, that as dramatic as they possibly can. Obviously, they've sort of skewed it so it's sort of one person goes ahead and then that kind of thing. You can see that, and you remember in your head that she got really you could see how nervous she was. And then it was almost like there was some sort of earthquake or something in the studio. And the whole balcony where the studio judges were on fell and dropped. And everything around except for Althea was like shaken and thrown everywhere. And then they cut the broadcast and nobody was killed. But all the bulletin, all the sort of news reports and everything talked about how she was some sort of mystic terrorist. And she had the mystic disease. It was all this kind of terrible kind of sort of spin on it, and that's where you sort of recognize her face from, as she sort of stood there looking nervous and looking scared and panicking in your as she's trying to tell you this, and she's like, no, me and no, we were friends. We met at we just kind of got on, and they've been seeing this guy, this Aram, and no wanted me to meet him. We were gonna go. To be honest, Nur had sort of passed me off to spend more time with Aram, and this was supposed to be like a nice introduction, meet your friends and that kind of thing. And when I got there, the guards showed up and chased me, and if I didn't have my stevedore access, they would have arrested me. And I didn't do anything I might have. I'm much
did
better
you
at
do?
controlling my mystic powers. I haven't used them on anything for a long time.
I remember the final. You were robbed, by the way. I lost.
She
I lost 5,000 burr on that one. Thank you.
blanches even more. Like, I'm sorry. You bet on me? And she
Yes.
blushes.
I had to kill more men than I care to count to make that money back. So that's on you.
She looks sick.
However,
It was just 11. He ran out of fingers. That's all.
it's true. So it seems like this Aram is the one that's got Nor in trouble. Well, do you think they were chasing you because of your abilities?
I don't know. I didn't really want to stay and find out. If I'm honest.
Well, in that case, we need to get my friend Karvus, because he's like you. He's got this strange curse as well, or blessing, whichever you call it.
A
And if he displays his talents within sight of those guys, then he'll be in as much trouble as you. So I think we need to get at least contact with them, and then try and find this Aram bloke or woman. Do you know anything about them?
Aram's definitely a boy.
Cool. I don't want to check.
No, definitely a boy.
Do you know where he might be? Any of his hangouts? Any of his low-life friends?
No, I never got to meet him yet. Maybe
We could search Noah's room.
Noor
maybe.
might have something on her. I dropped it. I thought somebody was coming, and I dropped it. And when I left
In
the
her
dorms,
room.
yes.
Okay.
We should.
Well, you need to stick with us. I'm sure one of my colleagues will be able to provide you with some identification that will let you get past the guards, and we can maybe get you a cloak and things and keep you safe. We'll get to Noah's place and see what we can do, but we need to meet up with everyone else so we can go forwards.
Yeah. So
Just keep your head down and none of this mystic stuff.
she shakes her head. She's like, no mystic stuff. No mystic
No.
stuff.
And I'll start chatting to her. So, what was it like in the house? Did
Yeah,
you know there were cameras? How did you feel?
Yeah.
What was Johnny Storm really like? Was he that handsome in real life?
All right, okay. So she starts talking about, like it's all produced and they have they feed you directions on how to that kind of stuff. And as we
Don't
walk,
destroy the man yet. Wait till episode 2.
yeah, as we walk through Stevedores, the Stevedore tunnels to return to our manoir, like our sort of little home away from our ship that we can't get to because it's stuck out on the net and Sabitha screwed us over. Do you I assume there's some sort of message you send to Karvus or Kashar or something, Xellian,
Do we have
I think we're cool
phones
enough
or
to have, like, a
communicators
written
or-
I have a tabula. So
Yeah.
I do as well, yeah.
yeah, you'll all have
I don't.
you don't well there's public tabulas, public communicate, like phone booths kind of thing.
Does Althea have one?
She doesn't want to use. She left it while she was because
Dang it.
they're tracking her.
I will
Like,
do that
she's-
thing you
she's
see on
gone full
80s
conspiracy
movies.
movies.
Walk up to a payphone where there's a guy calling his grandma and just grab him, throw him out, and sorry, grandma, time to go. And then,
Yeah, it's
ring one of these up.
this poor dude. You just push him out the way and take his last part of his cull.
Yeah.
There's some old woman down on Kua
Darren!
Don't worry,
Aziz?
Darren's dead. Slang the
What
phone
are
down.
you doing? Bye. Yeah, so it cuts out.
Yeah, and then I'll sing to myself 0800 555
8181.
one of these guys. 3.
Yeah.
I don't know whose
Character,
number it is.
I am definitely Team Althea. She wrecked a reality TV show, so I'm all in.
Yeah. So whose number does Xellian have memorized in a witty little ditty?
It's probably going to be Karvus.
Okay.
I think he'd be the one more likely to give me his number, or he probably would have given me his number, like, "Oh, call me in times of crisis of faith."
Oh yeah, 100%.
For a prayer. Your answer phone is probably, and today's reading from the icons.
Today's parable.
You do have a number for me. It's just 6 identities ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I could just ring some random guy, like, "Hello, who is this?" Oh, it used to be one of my colleagues.
Used to be. Yeah. All right. So you ring Karvus. You say, "All right, I'll meet you back at the Moa. Meet you
Yeah.
at some sort of place that you
I'll be
regularly
like,
meet."
hostile line. Don't say anything, but I'll meet you. Like,
Full operational mode, like
what's the name? Piccolo. Was it the
the monkey. Yeah.
monkey? Yeah. By Piccolo's eye will know where to go. Watch the monkey. Because he was facing east, wasn't he? So
Yeah, he's facing towards. All right. Okay. Yeah.
I really
If
wish
Piccolo's
I
gone,
knew
we're all
the,
stuffed.
Right, so we sort of fade into this Moa, this cantina and bar that we've sort of been. Let's see, have I got a?
They know some of our orders.
Yeah, they know some of your orders and probably your name. There we go. There we go. So Mira's Moa, Mira's Cantina, is only ever serves mousakka for one shift, and then for the rest of the evening it has this strange rotation of mediocre bands playing. But you can find yourself like a booth in the corner.
I regret stealing that guy's tuning fork.
Yeah. You find yourself a booth in the corner. Karvus and Kashar are there first, and in comes Xellian. He doesn't have his cloak on. He's got this little thin, skinny woman with him, and she's wearing Karvus's Xellian's cloak.
Kind of quickly glance around to see if there's any of the guards we saw before. And
No, there's no guards around. In fact, Mira's place is quite like not well known. Like, it's mostly frequented by folks like yourself and Steve Dawes and that kind of
hipsters.
stuff. It's
We've got
down
real
an
ale
alley.
on tap.
Yeah, real ale.
Yeah.
Everything's artisanal.
Yeah.
No,
Even
it's
the
very
19
much not artisanal in Mira's.
It's bougie. It's yeah.
It's very much not.
Boutique. Cool.
Boutique,
I will,
as in, this is the cheapest one that we could get, and you'll have it, or you won't.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will kind of scan around and then I'll like put an arm around and keep a cloak over her head, like kind of hand on her top of her shoulder, kind of pushing her head down so she's like can't look up, and walk over and sit next to Karvus and and Kashar. Got Kaiser in my head. Kashar.
Kaiser saucy.
And been like, this is the girl the guards wanted. So, Nor's.
Why?
She shakes
No.
her head.
All I know about her is she's great at tasks. She was good organizing when she was. She's a TV star. She was on.
Stars of Dabara.
She was on Stars of Dabara. I did write it down. Stars of Dabara. She had there was an incident in the final where she was made out to be some kind of mystic terrorist. The set collapsed. There was an issue.
I'm not a terrorist.
I think she's like you, Karvus. I think she's got whatever influence on her did you have. Maybe that's why they're after her. We don't know. What's more important is Nor's gone. This Alethea, we don't know. Some guy called Aram has been hanging around recently. Nor's got friends with him. Now she's gone. Alethea was checking out a room when the guards arrived. Made a split.
Okay. And we're helping.
Well, if we don't find Nor, we don't get our money. And
Yeah, okay.
Alethea is, from the sounds of it, some kind of innocent pawn in all this. I had a
She nods her
Some
head at
inno-
innocent. She's like, yes, I like that moniker. Yeah.
Xellian, he's got a heart.
I had a moment of insight from the icons where I looked in her eyes and I knew that this was someone that we need to look after.
See, the blessings come one way or another.
Don't you start, Karvus. She
This poor girl, clearly blessed by the icons in time of need.
16 weeks floating in an escape pod with nothing but a data slab and stars of Dabara. This girl kept me alive.
But not sane. There's only half a job.
No, you can't do everything.
Just remember the gambler both takes and gives, Xellian.
Okay. So life, sanity, life. Take your pick. Flip a coin. Who knows? Is it Althea?
Althea, yeah.
Okay. Can she provide me some details of Aram? Is it?
She shakes her head. She says, no, I've never met him. I was supposed to meet up with Nur. We were going to have lunch.
Do you know a surname, the course he was studying?
No.
You said you dropped something in her room that might be of interest.
Well, I messaged you from Nur's communicator.
Yeah.
There was messages from him on that.
Does she still have it?
No,
It's
I'm
in
wearing
her
a
room.
veil, but you can just sense the disappointment
frowning.
coming through it.
Yeah, Kashar, I think if we can get you to that room and you can get that phone, you can unlock it and look into it, right?
Yeah, I was hoping she'd know like at least a surname or what course he's on, and I'd just try finding him with the data gin abilities.
in the university directory kind of thing.
Yeah, and then we go look him up, find some.
I mean, you could look for Aram and see how many there are. If there's one, hey,
Well,
gambler
yeah.
smiles upon us. If there's 6,000, maybe not.
So do we would presumably know if Aram was a common name?
It's not super common, but it's also not uncommon. It's not a Dave kind of name.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's
It's
not
like a
a
Nathaniel.
yeah or a
All right.
John or something.
I guess we should swing. Well, first of all, I guess we should stash Althea somewhere, and then perhaps swing by. Hey, we get to be students.
Oh, this is like
They
never
get free
been kissed
things,
sort
right?
of thing.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll have a montage
always-
where we just make ourselves have like big floofy hair and stuff.
I mean, that's not going to work for me. But, yeah.
Well,
Technically,
I love the
Guardians
idea that
know.
you would like spend hours having big floofy like 1950s high school hair and then put a veil on top of it.
exactly. Yeah.
I mean, Sabitha asked us to look after No, and we are technically her guardians for the time being, so it shouldn't be too difficult to go and request a
I mean, if we
meeting.
can't get in, but that sounds a bit official and on record, and people with carbines might show up. Because we don't know if they're after Nur, Sabitha, or Althea, or all three. Like, if we're going to say
They're
hello,
probably not after Sabitha.
because she's dead.
She's probably dead.
Well, fair enough then,
You
but
think?
don't know for sure. Still holding out hope of payment. But yeah, I mean, we can try both, or do the sneaky thing and then try the official thing, or whichever way you guys want to do.
I think, yeah, we're more likely to get around unnoticed without Althea, but equally we need to know she's safe. So, like, if she's got a safe, Althea, if you've got a safe place to hide, then
No, I haven't been home for 5 days. I don't know if they were looking for me or for Nur or.
are there any like hotels or guest houses around?
We
I mean,
could-
you're in a Mawar, which is like a guest house.
We could
Cool.
rent a room. I mean,
Yeah,
she
let's get
can
a room.
be Amira Hassan for the next few days.
Okay.
Cool.
That's a lovely identity. Don't do any crimes though.
Althea looks shocked. Like,
Yeah.
no, I never do any crimes. I'm
Well,
sorry everybody got hurt.
I'm very glad
So-
to hear it, Amira.
So in context, how much is like a burr Like a gold coin is a lot of money to a peasant. Is like a burr a quid, or is it like a
you pass
quid?
me the book because it's got some.
Because I'll hand her some burr so she can kind of get some food and drinks and look after herself and sit in this hotel for a couple of days.
The true inside curring part of you comes out.
Don't worry.
I deliberately left myself with tree fitty in the bird.
So let's see.
I bought stuff just for that.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could look it up.
All right, so some like a pack of smokes, some tobacco would cost you about 25 burr.
All right, so one burr is nothing.
Yeah,
really.
yeah. It's like I guess that's like a cent.
What? I mean, how much? I don't even smoke, but is not cigarettes like somewhere between 8 and 10 quid?
Well,
Yeah. So let's say what?
It's about 30p. Let's go like 35p.
Yeah. Okay, I will give her 200 burr. Which is enough. Don't buy any smokes.
shakes her head.
And I will go up to the desk and ask for a room. How much is it?
Mira sort of looks at you and kind of like
Not for the hour. Just like don't get this wrong.
she says another room on the ladies' floor for the girl at your table.
Yeah, and I'll kind of look at her with that, like, nobody knows about it, okay? She's not here. That room's just being cleaned. No official records, just cash in hand, burr on the table.
She nods and she
I'll
says,
wink behind my mask.
nobody can see it, but you wink.
Yeah.
She nods. She says, I'm sure one of my grandchildren can come and stay for a few days.
Sounds good.
And she smiles. And she heads over to the booth. And she says, I've not seen you for so long. Come, child, come. Let's find you a room upstairs. Thank you, Xellian, for bringing her from the spaceport. And she sort of picks up, and Althea's a bit like, what? I don't know. Oh, okay, sort of thing. And she puts her arm over the kid's shoulder, and you can hear as she walks away. She goes, tell me, have you ever made mousakka? Kind of thing. As she walks away towards the bar.
Yeah,
kind
cool.
of.
It's free if she makes it though, right?
Maybe. Might get a discount.
Yeah, like student hairdressers. That's free.
Yeah, free.
Yeah, I looked at the living cost for the month, and it's like more money than I have. So
Better do some work then, eh?
Yeah.
I don't think Althea's very much of a paying customer. I mean, I think the kid in Hot Wheels would have been a more lucrative deal at this point in time.
Space Hot Wheels.
Space Wheels?
Space Wheels, yeah. Little tiny plastic spaceships. Little toys of the Coriolis. Little plastic Legion ships.
I mean, get on Free League and say new merchandising opportunity.
Yeah, alright.
Space
Are you watching,
Wheels.
folks?
Yeah.
Matt at Free League, we want tiny little spaceships. And space Hot Wheels.
With faces on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thomas the Tank Engine, but in space.
That was
What
I
would
was
it be?
referring to.
Yeah.
Aziz the spaceship.
Simon the Space Engine.
That kind of stuff. Alright, anyway.
Well, Saladin the Space Engine. Let's go
Yeah.
with the theme.
Okay. Yeah, salad in the... anyway. So, totally sidetracked. So yeah, Althea is whisked off with Mira checking in on her ability to make mousakka, clean dishes, serve food, pour a pint, that kind of stuff.
Cool.
And you're sort of sat there. It's getting quite late in the day. It's quite late in the evening. But you can head out to the academy.
In general, what are students like on Coriolis?
Like-
Are they the drinking, partying kind? Are they the super studious kind?
All-
A mix of both?
All student colours of the rainbow.
Great stuff. Do we have any clothes that make us look slightly more like students?
Xellian's an old man.
Well,
I'm
he
like-
never learned to read and write. Don't make fun of him.
Karvus
I'm
is
like-
a big fancy preacher man.
I'm in like my late 40s with like PTSD and battle scars and a bionic arm. I'm like, yeah,
Okay,
it's a hard course.
You're the porter. Yeah, it is a hard course. Yeah. he's doing self-surgery. He's not very good at it.
If I get one more credit, I can graduate.
Yeah, I've been here 15 years.
Oh, we all feel his
Yeah.
pain.
You finally learn to count. It's progress. Okay, well, I guess I will amend my attire to be slightly more student-like.
Yeah, it's probably easy. I think Kashar is the youngest of the crew, isn't she? So there's a brief moment where Kashar goes upstairs to her room, comes back down in slightly less.
Slightly more colourful clothing, more layers, and
still with like the face covering.
like a half face covering, like diagonally across my face, so it looks
okay.
like a fashion statement rather than anything else.
But still the sort of like thing that will stop you getting.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I guess.
Join the gym on level 16, kind
Yeah.
of. Only 400 burr a month.
Yeah, I kind of worked out that if it's 35p a burr, I've got about £175 for a month.
I don't think the economy is like an exact exchange between pound and burr.
I'm still going to look for free things.
Okay. All right. So
Where's my discount coupons?
so Kashar gets changed. We see a bit of her face. Xellian has some beers. Karvus.
I can like, if you want me to come with you, I can go and like pretend to fix a light bulb. Like, yeah, I work here. I'm fixing
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
We'll get you some overalls.
Because I look like a grimy handyman anyway, so
Okay.
I might have to take my armor off to do it otherwise, because I've got nothing covering the fact I'm wearing full combat armor. Like,
Just a big traveller's cloak, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd probably
just
go
get a
and
massive pair of dungarees. Like, yeah.
any sort of like papers or evidence that we have that we've been asked to take care of Nor, if there is any.
I don't know if there is. From your kind of relationship with Sabitha, like Nur doesn't even have Sabitha's last name.
No.
In that kind of stuff. Let me just check what Sabitha's surname is.
I mean, like, how did Sabitha know this kid? Like, is it Sabitha? It's not Sabitha's kid, is it?
Yeah,
It's just-
yeah, Nur is Sabitha's
Yes.
child.
It's very
Like, she doesn't know
distant,
mum's
very
first
distant
last
mother.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Do you have any binoculars or other surveillance stuff, Karvus?
No.
Because you could watch the building and then tell us when the guards and people are nowhere near us.
I was more intending to see whether or not you required me to make a more formal presence at this place if you did not infiltrate properly.
Okay, yeah.
It depends on how well you do what you do best.
All right, Sabitha's surname is Pua. Sabitha Pua.
Whoa, I don't work for anyone called Poor.
P-O-U-R.
Poor.
You assume it's some sort of joke,
I really hope so.
like kind of thing. And what you gather is at some point recently,
So, yeah, his name's
Sabitha-
Norpaw.
Nua Pua.
No Poor.
No Pua.
Yeah.
Which is probably why they don't use the same surname. But at some point recently, Sabitha has paid off all the tuition at the academy. So the last couple of years at university are all covered. Which is, again, what makes you think that your captain has a big stash of money somewhere.
Can we get a refund
On what?
On what?
on that tuition?
You'd have to get Nur to like quit, maybe. And
That's easily done.
Education is very important. Don't start messing with the child's future.
I thought he was going to be like a reality TV star. He doesn't need an education. Could be the next Joey Essex. Joey Coriolis. Can shoot, will travel.
so
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so I guess that we will go to the academy. Was it?
yes, the academy.
Yep.
I would just like wander past a couple hundred meters away to scope out what the entrances look like. I mean, do people just walk in? Do they sign themselves in? Is there some kind of presence that needs ID?
Alright. let's flip. Okay. So the academies, there's multiple academies on Coriolis for all different stuff, and they all have like an academy sort of plaza that they all kind of feed into. One of like a big green space on Coriolis, and off this like a university campus kind of thing. There are dormitories and that kind of stuff all around the area. And we sort of head down that way to kind of have a look and check it out. It's bustling even at this late hour. Students seem never to stop. Night courses, evening classes, students playing hacky sack on a grass covered area. You make your way through these kind of areas and head towards the apartments, the halls of residence. What's the approach? What do we kind of...
Well, I was going to see, like, if you can just walk in, do you need someone to sign you in? I would assume that we already know what Nur's room is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've probably been here maybe once or twice, yeah.
But, is there some kind of security desk or anything like that? Are people just walking in?
There's probably, like, an ID kind of scanner point where you'd have to sort of tap your stuff, or kind of contact campus security and be like, we're here to see Nur, can you let us in?
I reckon we lift an idea of one of the hippies playing hacky sack.
Well, I was going to use my faceless ability.
Oh, okay.
So
You're going to give me another darkness point.
Maybe.
Well, if you're going to use the ability, you have to give me a darkness point. Like that, just like, whatever.
Oh yeah, no. Easy come, easy go. So I will praise to the faceless by pulling my mask tight across my face.
Sure.
And what I will say is that somebody leaving has dropped their pass. And I can just surreptitiously scoop it up.
Alright, so we watch as somebody, and it must be, I think it's like some sort of domestic, or not domestic, but some sort of fallout between two roommates or something, as they're shouting, somebody's shouting out the window at the other one. Bits and pieces are dropping down out the windows as they throw out like typical student drama kind of thing. And as they scoop up bits and pieces and all kinds of stuff, you sort of spot that their hall pass, their room key, just falls onto the grass. And because there's all this drama and people are watching and that kind of stuff, they don't spot it falling out the pocket behind them, and they head off towards out of sight to stop being upset. You slowly, casually, nothing's there, nothing out the obvious.
I just put my foot on it, pretend tie my shoelace and slip it into my collar from underneath my shoe.
Slip it into your thing, yeah, and you've got entrance into Nurse Halls.
Excellent.
You head over.
I was planning to initially say that Xellian was my father and he'd come to check out the room or fix something for me. And if I failed my role, I was like, okay. I was like, oh, okay, fine, it's my lover. I didn't want to say. It's too embarrassing. And then I thought, I'd do it the other way around. First, I'll say you're my lover. And then if I fail, I'll say, look, it's just my dad come to check my room out. It was too embarrassing to say that, so I lied.
Yeah.
All right.
But anyway, we'll just stroll on through them.
We just beep it. It comes up with somebody else's name and stuff on it. Registers as you as somebody else. And we head into.
I'm keeping this forever.
I'm keeping it. Yeah, you can add. What name is it? What name comes up? Have you got another name?
I think this belongs to Inaz Dureth.
Inaz. All right. So yeah, it scans up. There's this dorky picture of a student on it, kind of as they've caught his picture, as they've captured everybody. 3 seconds to get everybody and then through. And you're into these halls. They're not particularly fancy, but they're not the crappiest halls. Like they're sort of good, clean. There's bustles around, there's posters and that kind of stuff. All up on the walls and bits and pieces everywhere. It's definitely got like it's a student halls. There's probably like some booze or space booze and plastic cups on the floor in the corner of the communal area, and a screen that's playing. It wouldn't play the bulletin because the bulletin is very much like the BBC fan. So it's got like
the music channels.
Yeah, either the music channels or the Red Spider Network, which is a little bit like, oh, we're the cool news network sort of stuff going on. We tell the truth, not the corporate untruth kind of thing. It's got that up there. And there's people, and they don't really pay a blind bit of notice because it looks like, two dudes and a kid wondering,
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realise Karvus was with us. That's good.
I'm assuming he is.
Yeah, no.
If I can get through, I'd go with
Yeah,
them.
I mean,
yeah.
at best it looks like Kashar,
Anyone I make eye contact with, I just roll my eyes.
her older brother, and maybe her oldest brother or a dad.
My oldest dad. I've got more
Oldest
than one.
dad. You might have two dads.
My
it's
two
possible.
dads. Hey, new
My two
sitcom.
dads, new sitcom.
But yeah, I just roll my eyes and like nod my head backwards at them.
So
I'll snaffle one of the booze cups to blend in.
to pick one up.
I'm
Yeah.
going to drink it.
Okay, but you just carry it.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way through the halls. You head up towards Nur's room. The door is shut.
How many people are around here?
Quick glance, doesn't look like anybody's on this. No, nobody's sort of like.
Oh. Are we all outside the doors, or because
Yeah,
none of us, we didn't have the pass get all us through?
Yeah. So it's
Cool.
it's like you put a code in, like real life. You thing
I just
and
hold the door open.
just
I
hold the
guess.
door open and let everyone in. It's not like
Cool.
there's nobody at a desk. It's not.
Well, if there's nobody around, however you open the door, I will do that then. Do we have the right thing to do that, or do I need to...
You've got no.
I think
You've
it's
got.
locked.
What's this
Alright.
dude's name? What's the card's name?
It was Inaz Dureth.
You could get into Inaz's room.
Great stuff.
Cool, let's do it.
So it's an electronic...
Xellian's like, yes, let's loot the room.
Hey, if you want free stuff,
Yeah, we need to find out which room it is, unless it says on the card.
Um,
So
you'd
it's an
probably
electronic
have to-
lockpick then.
Yes, yeah, you're going to do some...
Great
some...
stuff. Please physically stand in the way while I try and pick the lock.
I will do so.
Is that a security tablet or a computer? I have both.
It's going to be a security tablet.
Okay. And it's a data gin?
Yes.
Okay.
Electronic, digital lock.
So I'm going to roll 7 dice,
Ooh.
which pretty much
Wow,
guarantees that they're all going to be ones. I did not get any successes.
Oh wow!
Would you like to push the roll?
Explain the mechanic for me, please.
All right, so you pray to an icon. There is a list. I always mean to get the list of which icon covers which skill. I suspect it's the deckhand.
Okay.
Gonna guess, maybe not. So you pray to an icon and you can re-roll. Now, if we'd have gone to a chapel at an earlier time and prayed to a specific icon, whenever you make those rolls to that specific icon, you get an extra dice, maybe even an extra 2 dice if you do some preparatory prayer. But we haven't done that. We've been caught off guard with this situation.
That's cool. What is the downside of pushing it?
I get a darkness point.
Is everyone cool with that?
Yeah, why not?
Go ahead.
Hey, I got 2 successes. For a minute, the first 5 dice I could see were like 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, and I was like, mother.
Table flip.
But yes. Okay, we have 2. So yes, I got 2 successes. I did some percussive maintenance.
All right. So you hook up, little clips, or you hack the code. You get into the room. For your extra success, I will let you know that about an hour ago the door was opened. and then 20 minutes before that, it was opened.
All right, so we're possibly wasting our time, but never mind. It also means somebody might come back as well. So I'll close the door. I guess we need to have a search around. Is there any form of electronic device, like a computer tablet?
So we look around Nur's room. It's quite small. It's got a single bed, a desk, a bookshelf, a small wardrobe, a little basin. You see on the desk there's like some sort of kettle to make ramen with, because that's all students eat ever.
Is there any ramen in the room?
You want to look for the ramen? Yeah, you can find like 2 packets of ramen. Yeah.
Cool.
Mousakka
flavor.
Mousakka,
Mousakka flavor. Yeah.
I had them pick a shark. It's already.
Seems both eating well. Seems quite hungry.
Poor Karvus checking up on them.
You never know when you're going to need dry rations.
Yeah.
When we're both eating dry noodle blocks and you're starving to death, who's going to laugh then, Karvus?
Do you know my sister used to eat dry noodles and dry pasta, and it used to really weird me out.
Does she have any teeth left?
Yes, she does.
Because dry pasta, I imagine that's quite tough. I've never actually tried to eat it, to be fair. I mean.
I guess we all search the room, don't we?
Yeah, for me, I look for some kind of comms, computer, tablet.
Diaries, papers, calendar with any dates on, that kind of thing.
So yeah, make somebody can make an observation roll. Let me double check I'm in the right system, because I always get
that's right. Observation roll.
Is a thing.
Yeah, observation.
All of us or just one of us?
So let's get one person to make the roll, but you can have +2 from the other people helping.
So I would roll 4 dice.
I roll 6.
I would roll 5. It's wits, isn't it? Wits plus observation.
Wits plus
Yes.
observation.
Yeah.
I would be 5.
So James will get 8 dice.
6, 7, 8. Okay.
Cracking.
Let's have a look. Ooh, that is a tasty 3 successes.
All right.
Nice.
That is the best we've ever done.
Right.
MVP.
Yeah.
So in the drawers and stashed all around.
Do I find more ramen?
You find more ramen.
You find a good flavour, like spicy barbecue or something.
Yeah.
Peri peri ramen.
That's all I'm interested in.
I haven't watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine for ages, so I can't tell you whatever the best flavour they think it is.
Alright.
Spicy.
Spicy spice flavour.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, it does that thing where it splits it over a couple of things.
Naturally,
right,
it's
okay.
Steven the Spaceship branded.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Does she have any collectible toys? Has she got? I'm missing Steven the Spaceship from my collection.
The gold Steven.
Yeah.
The gold
the
Steven that you
rare
have
one.
to find in the blind bags.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got in the Mousakka cereal flakes.
Yeah, everything's Mousakka flavoured. It's just going to be
You
it
have no
now.
idea how bad Mousakka cheese is until you tried it.
Oh,
Busy
God.
Mousakka shots,
Yeah.
Mousakka crisps, just Mousakka everything. You've done
Yep.
it now. So we don't find the comms, the communicator that Althea sent you the message from just this
The guards
morning.
have taken it.
It's not here. It doesn't look like the room has been tossed. Which if a guard was gonna have done that, you'd expect the room to be a mess. But it's not. Like Althea and Nur's ramen is still nicely neat on their shelf in their wardrobe, stashed away, because you're not really allowed to eat in dorms and all that kind of stuff. So that's stashed away. All their notes from things are still kind of neatly in their drawers.
Does it look sort of like it's been searched, but searched carefully? Like some things are moved or opened, but you can kind of see that, yeah.
For 3 successes, no, it doesn't.
Okay.
For 3 successes,
That
no.
kind of sounds like Aram has come back and picked it up. Can we deduce from the notes what classes her and Aram took together?
So what you find is Nur's diary.
Spicy.
Spicy, yeah. And
18-year-old girl's diary at university. You never know what's in there.
never know.
Best ramen flavors.
Yeah, how to prepare ramen properly. Ramen, sliced cheese and toast is the best meal apparently.
Ramen cheesecake was a disaster.
Yeah, ramen
Yeah.
cheesecake was not good.
Day 4, ramen cheesecake failure. We'll try again.
Needs
So-
more spice.
So among the notes, I've just sent you the pictures to yourselves because obviously we're on stream and I can't do it easily. So among the notes, you find this note from the sanatorium, the Samaritans. You might know the Samaritans, the sanatorium, as these folks who they run soup kitchens. They're just generally quite nice, and let me see if I can add it. It's not going to be very easy for you folks to see at home because it's a handout. No, I'll just put the picture up in a second. Hang on.
Okay. Sorry, I need to disappear for one moment.
Okay.
Hey, I'll use this opportunity also to disappear.
Oh, okay. Well, what we'll do is we'll just
You can try and get this handout up because I just
Yeah.
need to fill my glass with water.
yeah, we've only got a short couple of minutes because we're going to finish in about 15 minutes. So
All right, I
yeah.
can wait then.
Yeah,
That's
okay. So I'll put this up on here. I'll cover me and Kashar up because nobody wants to see me or Kashar. So you find this note, and there is Noah's diary, and up before the diary, up before about 7 days ago, Noah kept like a gratitude journal, like, you know, one of these really nice sort of like things I'm grateful for, things I've enjoyed today, and up until about 7 days ago, they were really diligent in keeping it. You know, I'm grateful for having family on the station, and it was lovely seeing Karvus. I'm grateful for Xellian being so protective of me. You know, trying to put a positive spin on absolutely everything, kind of thing. And up until about 7 days ago, they were so diligent at keeping it. But then it becomes a little bit erratic. And the thing that sort of sticks out is the on the back of this pamphlet, this piece of paper is a date. And it's about the same time, it's about 7 days ago when the first missed sort of gratitude happens in the journal. In the journal as well, Nora's kept some dates, and let's see. For like the previous maybe segment, like the month, there's dates like to meet Aram, and it's in coffee shops and cantinas and parks around Coriolis. They're really grateful for how much Aram cares for their well-being. They're really grateful for the time Aram has taken to understand the Mystic's disease. They're really grateful for the suggestions that Aram.
So Nor's got this Mystic's disease as well.
It doesn't explicitly say it.
Well, they've got the kind of flyer about the disease and.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume previously we assumed they didn't have the Mystics.
I didn't think she did, so
Yeah. So you sort of.
we need to ask Althea if Nor's had any signs of the disease, because they were hunting Althea and she's had it for a fact, and if Nor developed it and has been seeking
The seals.
the
like,
Sanctorum and reaching out and
net.
publicising that fact.
being cast out to catch fish.
Yeah, maybe this Aram guy is also a mystic, and for some reason, why would they?
There's no cure for the mystic disease.
Karvus, how well accepted is your condition? I know you come to us and hide it because it's not particularly well known or cared for, but is it something you would hunt someone for?
potentially it can be seen as a curse. I entered into the Seekers because the Seekers are known to carry its weight as a blessing from the icons, which puts me in a better light within those circles. However, if I was not a Seeker, there would be more prejudice and stigmata towards me, and there is to most those who have this disease, and would be to me in any place where there wasn't faithful. This is possibly, as I said, a way to lure in unsuspecting and worried people who carry the disease in secret to attempt to use
Could
Samaritan
the
force.
Sanctorum be a front for someone trying to, do you think? Or maybe been infiltrated by those?
Possibly being used in bad faith by those who wish to use a good name for evil deeds.
Yeah, it feels like military guards and kind of the round up the special people and use them for our purposes sort of thing. It doesn't feel like they activate them with 5G sort of thing.
Is that what they are? 5G. So, alright. So as you're kind of flipping through Nur's journal, her gratitude journal, her log of good things, let's see. I've got the date wrong. So Nur's journaling becomes erratic 13 days ago. There we go.
Okay.
Roughly the same.
Yeah, but I went to the effort of plotting these dates out exactly and writing them in a list, so I'm going to tell you them.
Cool.
So about a month ago, there's a note in the journal that took. So I'm grateful to Althea for caring about me, and I'm grateful that she's looked at places we could go. But I'm grateful to my family here on Coriolis, and I'm not leaving. Kind of log. And then, so that was a segment ago. And then not long, around about 6 segments ago, about the same time as Sabitha went on this stupid rescue mission, there is a note in the journal. It says, "I've received a gift. The icons have blessed me. The emissary spoke to me in my dreams. The time of change is here soon, and I am grateful."
Well, that sort of sums that up then, doesn't it? So, yes.
So she's got the disease, this mystic's disease. I hasten to call it a disease because I know you count it as a blessing, Karvus, but...
Most people call it a disease, but it is a blessing when trained and controlled properly. But if the way she's talking sounds like she's receiving visions of possibly future events.
I think she is definitely in danger than if she's been taken. Do
we do the high risk rock up and, hey, our friend's got the mysticism disease, or do we go there and say, do you know, my friend who's not here is behaving very strangely? Because I don't think they'll let us in the Sanctorum without some kind of waffle.
I mean, the place has like soup kitchens. It treats people who have suffered.
Free food.
Probably. It treats people who have suffered from being awake as they've travelled through portal space. So that kind of stuff. It also has free clinics. There's a convalescence garden. They do a lot of outreach and good work. And that kind of stuff. So it wouldn't be hard to get in there, but it might be hard to kind of get information, around.
I think we've got 3 leads-ish. Like, we've got the mysterious Aram, whoever he is, we need to find him. We've got no information about him whatsoever. Mm-hmm. We've got the fact that Karvus spotted some weird guards that might have been military. We could chase them down. And then we've got this soup kitchen Santorum.
You also got 3 successes, Xellian. So you also find and it kind of highlights that Nur is Sabitha's kid. Because clearly...
Is it a nicely drawn family tree? This is my mum. This is me.
Mommy. This is me. No, underneath like a corner, you can... Because I don't know, you've done it before yourself, or it looks obvious.
Got open the mattress and she's got money in it.
Yeah, so you open up a corner, there's a loose kind of panel, and in there is a transactor with... Let me check, because I don't want to give you too many, Burr.
It has at least 6 zeros.
It does not.
They're all on the left of the number, though.
They're all 6 zeros, and I go, peace out. Screw it, I'll just leave. I don't care about Nora anymore.
Where are we?
So what do you guys prefer to do while Mill's looking at the amount of money that we're getting?
I think
my skills are best suited to going to the soup kitchen.
Yeah, we could ask around the university for Aram while we're here. If there's anybody outside in the corridor, like, has anyone seen Nir or Aram? We're supposed to meet.
I mean, you've got an in as well with Azan, the guy's card you've got. You go to his room and be like, "Hey, dude, I found your card. I'm sorry. How's it going? Oh, by the way, I'm trying to find Aram. Do you know where he is? He's friends with Nor." You've got like a little student in.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
2,000 Burr.
2,000 Burr.
Transactor with 2,000 Burr.
Cool.
Of Nur's money.
Of Xellian's money.
Do we know how much our captain owes us? Ballpark.
Thousands and thousands. Like what Sabitha was talking. Like, we're talking like a year or two worth of full pay kind of thing. Okay. Imagine this kind of like, I would have paid you this month, but we also then had to refit the gravity displacement field. So I've bought us a lot of ramen, and we'll run this job down to
the next job will pay us.
Yeah.
It was
I would have paid you this. I would have paid you this month, but the Havela, the bank, really needed a down payment on the ship.
We got conned.
Why have we not shot this captain before now? Like, we have guns.
Yeah. Okay.
Because Sabitha is wily.
We've got students as well. Put that down. So we're only going to get maybe if Noah has got this leaflet about the Santorum, and she's going because she's got this Mystics disease thing. Maybe Aram's gone there as well, and then maybe they've kind of talked about it and stuff. So that might be somewhere we can check for details about Aram before we go and try and find him. I think if we try and we should ask the students around the university as well.
Is there like a university social media app?
Visage pamphlet.
Yeah, Visage pamphlet.
Insta-uni or Unigram.
Yeah. Probably. There's probably some sort of social network, yeah. Chirper, yeah, I like
Chirper,
that.
Yeah. Can I just make like a Chirper account for one of my fake IDs and join?
Yeah, you can do that.
Look for anyone called Aram.
So
I said what I actually do is I look for Nur.
Okay.
Yeah, mutual friends.
Yeah, and then I look for Nur's profile for Aram on there and find who he is that way.
Sure, make a datagen roll.
Okay, it's not a cyber stalking roll.
That would be datagen.
Now I feel dirty.
Good.
Not in a good way.
Oh, sorry.
So that's wits, isn't it? Alright, so we're back to 7 dice and...
Nice.
2 successes.
2 successes. Cool. Alright, do you want to push the roll? Give me some more darkness points? Get more successes? No? Are you alright?
I think 2's pretty good. I'm grateful for 1, never mind 2.
Alright, so You find you log into Chirper. You find no problem. You've probably
I love the chirper thing. It's
yeah,
ace.
Chirper. It's fabulous. Canon.
Absolutely. Along with
Absolutely
the moussaka flavoured everything.
Moussaka fizzy moussaka yeah, whatever.
Oh, moussaka ice cream. No.
Moussaka.
Moussaka.
Moussaka. Love it.
Oh, do you know, like I'm gonna spend like an hour tonight trying to make a Moussaka logo. You horrible humans. Right, so we log into Chirper. Kashar probably already has like tracking near for stuff. You find that she has like an alt account, so she's got this normal account where she's talking about like aced this term's final and that kind of stuff and all this sort of thing, and you start to get a feel that the apple doesn't fall too far from Sabitha's tree sort of thing. And she's got this alt account, and you see on the account like there's pictures of like where she's taken them across the table and there's this young gent Aram, and it's like chai with my boy kind of pictures, and
Could I do a reverse Flubel search? Flubel image search.
And yeah, so there's a couple of these, and you spot that there are a couple of the cantinas and the chai houses around Coriolis. Some of them are quite nice. One of them, she's tagged in the picture. Let me just check. She's tagged. She's got a picture of this Aram guy, and he's like holding baklava out towards Nur, holding it out towards the camera, and she's tagged Yaffa's baklava, and she's like fresh baklava, best on the station is the like the caption for this picture.
Is there a price in a picture?
No, I think it probably says perks of friendship, best baklava on the station for free, kind of thing.
So we can imply that's his parents' joint.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So he's Aram Yaffa.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Aram Yaffa.
Go get some free baklava.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. That's surely got Kashar interested.
Free food. We can go and get soup. I've got ramen.
I think
we can
the
have some
word
baklava.
is probably expectant.
Yeah. Nice.
Cool.
So as it's 10 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
I think the last bit we do is like Kashar sort of is like, found it, got him. You've worked out like where this.
I'm like, there's free baklava here,
Oh,
and then I mention the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
Not his name or anything.
Yeah.
Free baklava. So you found like the Yaffa's baklava cart. You know where the guy's parents at least have a stand.
Go shake down some old people.
Shake down some old people for their son and some free food.
Is there like an age range that's like, like about 0 to 10 and maybe 70 plus? That's your shakedown range?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Okay,
that's the point at which shakedowns become acceptable.
Okay. Hot Wheels and free baklava.
Yeah, and so that's where
Doesn't
we'll
sound
stop.
that bad, to be fair.
We'll come back next Tuesday, 8 p.m. to work out whether we're going to go to the soup kitchen, to the baklava, or what was our other option?
Well, baklava's dessert.
Follow the
so-
guards around.
Or the guards, yes. Baklava, soup, or guards. We'll work out next week what we're going to do.
Sounds good.
That was good. Yes, I like it.
We can let Karvus do the soup kitchen if you like.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's your department.
the Samaritans are a religious group. So yeah. Thank you, guys.
That's it. Well, thank you very much. That was certainly an interesting first session.
Who was it?
I hope everyone was vaguely amused if you're watching. And, it's
No.
probably not going to change.
It's 30 weeks of these moussaka jokes.
Yeah. In week 30, it might get old, but I doubt it will.
In
not
week
gonna get old for
30,
me.
I'll have actually made moussaka ice cream, and I'll taste it on stream, and then
Yeah,
die.
that's how we'll celebrate.
Yeah, no.
No, growing one.
Tasty.
I'll make
Isn't
I'll
it
make
made with like
mousakka.
aubergines and sliced veg?
It may be.
Yeah.
I have no intention of ever eating it. It's
Yeah, I
just
know.
full of inedible things.
Mousakka, yeah, mousakka.
I like mousakka. It sounds like Nuka-Cola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Chirp about it.
yeah. Thank you very Chirper. Yeah, Chirper. I'm gonna write that down.
See, I mean, all these ideas for Free League to put into the game and expand.
No.
the universe.
Hey, look, we're doing this the campaign on their channel. We must be canon now.
Exactly.
Everything is canon. And on that note, I think it's time
Remember,
to
you
time
need
to
your
wrap
chirper
up.
and chirp about your mousakka.
Yeah. It's time to wrap up. We'll be back same bat time, same bat channel next week. Tomorrow, no, in 48 hours. 48, 47, 46 hours. There will be more Coriolis here on the Free League stream. There will be the miss. Oh, I forgot the name. Hang on, I'm just going to go and check the Free League calendar.
That'd be cool. We can see how you're supposed to play it.
see the professionals do it. On Thursday, 8 p.m. There will be more Coriolis with the dying ship. I've read that scenario. It's good fun. But yeah, do drop in for that. I would raid, but I can't do it because I don't have the permissions on the channel. But Matt, who is the Twitch director from Free League, is over on somebody else's channel right now running Call of Cthulhu, Masks of Narnia. I'll put the link in the chat. It's over on the Garblag Games. I wonder if that command will work. Garblag. Has that worked? That's their YouTube link. But give them a search. Give Garblag a search. Go and say hello to Matt, who is running Masks of Narnia. He started that about half an hour ago, so we've not missed much. And thank you very much for joining us for our first step into the Coriolis world, into the Third Horizon.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm going to play. If you want to see what we're talking about, it's not the finals of the art because Magnus.
There's no moussaka in it.
There's no mousakka in it. We didn't drop that in the brief.
Need to get him to scrap it all, make it all moussaka.
We've got some fabulous art. These aren't the final versions. These are the really low res versions.
They are still awesome.
They are still awesome. You'll see what we mean when we talk about Kashar's veil and Karvus's eye patch and Xellian's robotic hand. But that's us. I've been Millie the GM. I've been playing with James and Martin and Graham. It's been awesome. Thank you very much, guys. Good night.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.